Does anybody need a character sheet? I do have a Aslan character sheet if you want. And I will get that for you.
I do need a pencil though.
There are pencils in the drawer in front of David.
There are pencils right here.
May I have one?
Nope.
Well, shit.
Man, I still can't believe I maxed out that last little bit before retiring.
I know, right?
Apparently I should have kept going because apparently Aslan's age later.
Yeah, they start earlier and they age earlier. Or no, they age later. So Aslan, if I remember correctly, don't start to suffer the ravages of age until they're 40.
But it's like worse.
Right, yeah, it's way worse, yeah.
That's why I do drugs.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
Winners do drugs.
Well, I just figured, since I didn't go to school, I missed out on all those opportunities. I should do drugs.
So here is an
You said
Aslan.
what do you need the drugs for? To numb the pain. Oh, of aging? Here you go.
The more you know.
Does anybody else need a character sheet or are we good?
I'm
Is
good.
this the Aslan character sheet?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm set.
Huh?
I forgot I named him Hannibal.
So I did pre-order Aliens of Charted Space Volume 1, which has a whole bunch of Aslan, or not Aslan,
What's your character's age? I know
28.
it has a whole bunch of Vargur shit. There's a Vargur Central Supply catalog. So if you look at the network, you should see Thursane on there. The documents, my documents folder is shared, and there is a traveler folder in there. And
Just a second.
you want to grab pretty much the entire Traveler 2nd Edition folder you can grab. Here is the ship record sheet with deck plans.
Is that how I got the USS Less? Suck it, guys.
Is 11 strength plus 1 or plus 2?
11 is plus 1. Here is the air raft that is docked in the
Who can drive the aircraft?
Less.
I think.
Land vehicle?
It would be flyer grav.
I can fly.
I cannot fly.
I can.
Yeah, flyer.
Here is, well, you guys are going to get a couple more skills too, because we forgot to do something on sessions.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I only have 4 skills.
Oh shit. Here is the ship record sheet for the launch, named the Less Than, with a deck plan.
I do.
And in the launch is the ATV.
You got the ATV skill?
I think I did.
I have drive
I also have
and I have fly.
I have drive and pilot. Oh, here, you get this one.
Yeah.
And this
I did some work on my back.
How do I?
is the news feed. You want to grab that? That is the news feed.
I just have teeth on my
So do I just put a 1 right next to the one that I have, or because it already has veterinary endurance strength?
Yeah, just next to the one that you have. Everything else would be at 0.
Can be saved by traveling, but we haven't been there yet.
It's true.
We did it.
And I can't get on your network drive from Ubuntu
Oh.
for some reason.
So he's just gonna hack around.
I am out of meat and cheese.
Ethically.
I could, ethically, according to my ethics.
Well, don't feel bad. My computer
Let's end
and
this bitch.
the HTPC are both, they see each other, but won't allow each other to connect. It's dumb. fucking Windows.
And move.
But I can connect to either one of them from my tablet running Android. It has absolutely zero problem. Fucking retarded.
Failed to resolve SV. That's because I didn't attack it. Attack. Okay, so I'm going to get the direct address to your server because I'm sure you don't know it off the top of your head.
No, it's like 10.0.0. I want to say 36, but I'm not positive of that. That might be the home theater feature.
Okay, so I'm going to spend the session trying to get into your, your
Yeah.
power drive.
No, I was going to say, actually, I can throw it up here.
I drove myself, so I'm
I don't know how useful that will be. Charted space.
and she was like,
Let's see here. Varger.
she thought they would.
So, Varger equipment 207.
I'm about to get kicked out.
Monthly ship payments 267.
So, Varger armor is a little weird. So, like, I don't know, maybe it's because they're canines, but they have like a base garment and then they'll have like different armor for like the torso, the arms, the legs.
I'm gonna die.
It's very strange.
I just feel like, oh,
Limb armor. It's peculiar. But then they have full sets too.
I'll show you.
Well, I'm guessing because when they go to a regular market, they wouldn't have anything. Like they would need more tailored armor.
What was that?
Yeah, maybe.
Aslan auto rifle you showed me.
Different book.
It is a different book. But the Aslan are in here as well.
Want to see something funny,
I know I have a grav shield.
Chris?
Huh?
Actually makes me
I,
makes me feel
Yeah, right?
Hold on.
yeah, travel to my mom is like,
So then this guy posted this,
like, did you see I dropped?
and this is what I posted underneath.
grav shield gives.
You what?
I said the grav shield functions like a regular shield, right?
I believe. Let me look. Aslan equipment. Hey. Well, actually, there's faster way to do that. Since I have the physical book right here.
Okay, so my
The
skills
grav
need.
shield says +2 melee when I'm when I have it. So does that mean while the grav shield is on, I get a +2 to my swings with my static reaver?
Hold on. Where is the fucking grav shield? Was grav shield a Aslan specific?
No,
No.
but I do need the auto rifle. That is
So the auto rifle.
3 damage, 7 kilograms. Magazine is 74. That's 64. Excuse me.
Was that the Yahil auto
Yeah.
rifle?
That's it right there.
And then the grav shield.
It smells so weird. Oh, it weighs 7 tons.
Tons? No.
That's what it says right there.
For the auto rifle? That's impossible.
You're gonna carry something that weighs 7 tons.
No, that's a misprint. That'd be 7 kilograms.
Okay.
Yeah, no Aslan's gonna carry a 7-ton auto rifle. I don't care how big they are.
Yeah, 11 strength.
Yeah, I would just go around punching people.
Right?
+2 to my claws.
No, you wouldn't even use your claws. If you could carry something that's 7 tons, all you have to do is be like, just walk
You're
up to
one
them.
punch man.
Yeah, you just walk up and just kidney punch somebody and their back's broken and they're on the ground, they can't scream. Because you broke their diaphragm muscle.
Fuck his armor. Personal protection.
Okay, so the difference between deception and straight up lying to somebody and diplomat, that's like, is that gonna be like your persuasion?
I'm sorry, what?
Diplomat, is that gonna be like persuasion?
No,
No,
maybe.
persuade is under persuasion.
Yeah, no.
What's diplomat?
Diplomat is, well, hold on and I'll look it up, but I'm trying to find this fucking grav shield.
Sorry.
So what was your question about the grav shield?
It functions like a regular shield. A regular
so.
tower shield.
Because I have one more skill to select.
I don't remember, I don't know where we found that. It's not in armor in the central supply catalog. Are you sure it's not Aslan specific?
Pretty sure. Is there not a section just labeled shields?
No.
That's what I saw in the files.
Here it is, grav shield. Gravitic shield is on page 107. Okay, so worn as an armband or bracer, when activated, the gravitic shield projects a flat, shimmering energy field that deflects incoming attacks in the same way as a physical shield. The gravitic shield functions in the same way as a normal shield. It's TL-17. Says it does 1d damage. I guess
Imagine
from
if
a
you
shield
bash
bash.
someone.
Yeah, so yeah, it functions as a regular shield once it's activated.
And the thing for the regular shield, is that the thing that says +2 to...
Yeah, large shield is melee skull +2.
Okay. But only when it's on.
Well, that's what it says for large shield. It doesn't say anything like that for gravitic shield, but
I assume that's what it meant when it said functions identically.
it functions identically as a normal shield. Normal shield doesn't say that. It just says various types of shield exist: round shield, tight shield, and so forth. So you could do a shield bash, but you're not going to get the +2. That's only for a large shield.
Dang it.
Ha!
Wait, Shield Bash, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons again?
D&D. Okay.
What was
so
the TL on it?
D&D in space.
You what?
What was the TL on it?
D&D.
17.
D&D in space. You got some guns, you got some lasers.
Thank you.
And you got a tractor beam.
Assuming it's just something I can turn on and protect myself with.
And then, David, you wanted to know about the diplomat skill?
I have one remaining skill to place, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to place it. So
Diplomat skill.
Oh, we're doing the stuff that we missed.
We will here in just a minute.
I had one left. I didn't know what to place, so I just made a side note.
Diplomat skill is for negotiating deals, establishing peaceful contact, and smoothing over social faux pas. It includes how to behave in high society and proper ways to address nobles. It is a much more formal skill than persuade. So like greeting the emperor properly would be difficult, 10+ diplomat check, and would take 1d minutes, and it uses the social attribute.
Oh, like making sure that you address all of their titles before.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Negotiating a peace treaty, average 8+, diplomat check, 1d days, and uses education. Transmitting a formal surrender, or average 8+, diplomat check, 1d times 10 seconds, and uses intellect.
Which is my strongest stat, which is not great. Okay.
This goddamn fucking thing. Oh, the fucking... I knew this. When I bought this, I knew it was going to happen. The battery door on this is stupid. It's a piss poor design. And so, of course, because it's spring-loaded from the batteries, there's constant pressure on this, and if it unlatches, everything just...
They didn't make it like a clip where it secures in and you have to push a button.
There's a clip, but that's it. And it's just a little slider. It's
No.
fucking dumb.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to slide that far.
No. Yeah, it's a very short throw.
Wonder if somebody could 3D print you something new.
I mean, I still have to fix my car first.
Fuck that. I'll just buy a new one. I mean, I actually just ordered a new Joytech. It's a Sigil-like, so it's about the same size and weight as a cigarette. And it comes with a charging pack that you drop it in. It's a PCC. But it's a pod system, so it'll use nicotine salts, which I haven't tried yet. I just ordered a bottle, so now I'm just waiting for the device to get here.
Cool. Okay.
So, I don't know if Kate's going to play because she's not feeling well.
She just said she's out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
But it
Broker
might be fun.
is broker more for like the persuasion of buying and selling goods at lesser prices?
Usually broker, I mean, that's possible. Although persuade is probably going to be more of the skill for that.
Okay.
But broker is used to like broker deals for contracts, like trade contracts, mercenary contracts. Trying to fence stuff would be a broker skill check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to probably take up that one then.
So, Kurt,
Yeah.
let's see, that's 207.
Yeah, I'm going to take up broker at level 0.
Man, I'm looking at my stats over here going, man, I wish I got some more crits on the character.
So you have some armor and weaponry that, of course, if you want, feel free to keep it the way you have it. Although, if you can get this book off of my network for whatever reason,
Mostly -1s.
on page 207 is the Varger Central Supply Catalog. You can swap out any of your items for one of those, if you so choose. So, we're going to get there's a skill package. And so the way that this is going to work is we will go around the table, and if you want the skill, you can have it until all the skills are gone. Corey, do you have piloting skills?
It's flying, right?
No,
Flying.
pilot.
No, just pilot.
Pilot.
Profession. Pilot. No, I do not.
Take pilot small craft 1.
Okay.
Kurt, do you have deception?
No, I do not.
Take deception 1. Luke, do you
One
have
arrow?
Yep. Deception 1.
Oh.
Do you have electronic skills, Luke?
What am I supposed
I
to
have electronics 0 and electronics 2 in comms.
Okay. David, do you have electronics?
do? I do not have electronics.
You can take electronics 1. Let me see. You can pick whichever of those specialties that you want.
Which are the specialties?
Are they not already labeled out?
It says electronics blank.
Oh, okay. Electronics, you can take comms, computers, remote ops, or sensors. Now, remote ops is very interesting. The reason remote ops is interesting is because that allows you to take control of drones. So you can control a drone to fly wherever you want it to go, or to race around corridors, whatever you want.
Remote ops it is.
Okay.
Picking skills that make sense.
Let's see. Luke, you haven't gotten a free skill yet. You have gunner skills.
I have no gunner skills.
You can take gunner 1. And that means you can... I would take gunner turret 1. So you can operate turrets.
Yeah, so you can operate with turrets.
Turrets.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
we both have turrets. Bitch.
Corey, I know you have gun combat, right?
I do have. It's alphabetical, Corey. Yes, 2 in slug.
Okay. And I'm sure Luke has gun combat.
I have 2 energy, 1 slug, and 1
Archaic.
archaic, yeah.
Okay. And Kurt, you have gun combat.
I got one in slug.
And David, do you have gun combat?
Oh.
Yeah, you do now. Take gun combat 1, your choice, either slug or energy.
This is just bringing David's character up to our levels. Got it.
Slug or energy, your choice.
I'm gonna go with slug.
Okay.
Since everybody has that, that means we can share ammo. Or if needs be, I can take somebody's gun. I feel like that's gonna be the most common to find. That guy's poor and has a drug problem.
Corey, do you have persuade?
God damn it! Why get persuade and get deception. What the fuck? Who am I supposed to be?
Now he's the psionicist. I don't know. Do you have persuade?
No.
I'll give it to him if he wants to rely that.
Okay,
I
so
want persuade and deception.
okay, go ahead and take persuade 1.
Yes.
You really want deception that bad?
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'll give you my gun.
Here's one for Corey. Corey, do you have stealth?
I believe that kills. Oh, no, I don't.
Take stealth 1.
Okay.
And this is kind of an important one. Luke or Kurt, whichever of you wants it. Do you want? Who want? Okay, Luke, take medic 1.
Is that you already have medic?
Do you have medic?
No.
Oh, you have medic 0, I think.
Oh yeah, I have medic 0.
Oh, okay.
He has medic 0.
Do you, Kurt? Do you have medic?
Yes.
Okay. So one of you, either Luke or Kurt, you can take recon 1 if you don't already have it.
I have recon +3.
Oh, okay, good.
So basically, the 3 of us are going to go on recon.
I have recon 1.
Okay.
I'm a stowaway. That's my story.
Okay.
So, David, do you have recon 1?
I feel like you didn't actually go to school or anything. You just literally like hung out in the back. Like,
Yeah,
don't
just-
see me. Don't
yeah.
see me taking notes and shit while you're going to school.
Or
Just trying to
instead of
pick up
actually
every-
enrolling in the course, you just audited,
So I came up with a
so
better
you couldn't graduate.
Correct. I came up with a better name. It's Rexar.
Rexar? Okay. Yeah, that works.
Why Rexar?
So what I have discovered as far as the
I just thought it was
Aslan
cool.
language goes, trying to read through the Trojan Reach book is a pain in the ass because none of their words, their words have like letters
Is that-
next to each other that
You know I
should
don't
never
play
be
World
next to each
Warcraft.
other. It's like trying to read Russian, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, what the
What's Rexar?
fuck does a backwards K sound like? You know?
He's a beastmaster. He helped. He was one of the. He was one of the areas that secured the area around
So we
Odamar
make the C or K sound breathing in, maybe?
with Thrall.
See the orange guy?
Okay.
So
So,
I did it subconsciously.
really?
But
So,
I'm keeping the
Ubuntu couldn't connect using SMB?
It's not finding the network.
That's really weird.
Do you want some meat?
Did we go through all the skills or?
It's Mary and Mary.
Yes, that is all the stuff.
Sure.
Not yet.
Mead.
He needs
You want to do that first?
We do later.
Throw a fit and then be like, nah. We'll do it on my terms.
That's right.
Okay. Share.
Is that all the skills then?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the package. That's the package that went around.
Oh yeah, I think I remember him from Hots.
You know, I know of
Doesn't
another
the big
way
ass bear.
that I can get you that bug, Kurt or Luke. I'll just do
Does he
this.
support?
Well, his bear was a tank and you supported the bear.
You what?
Oh, he named his character after a character from World of Warcraft.
Unintentionally. You know what? I'm
I mean-
getting into StarCraft lore, but I don't know anything about WoW other than Illidan is blind. And part demon.
Stop.
Is he?
He transformed into demon. He ascended his mortal bindings. Oh, and also that his bro is the bad guy.
Oh, dude, spoilers.
Hold on a second.
Bam! Yeah.
I'm looking at his strengths and weaknesses.
He's also voiced by Liam O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at his strengths and weaknesses on Hots, and it's like strengths hard to gank. Misha can use
Can't do it with
basically
Android.
weaknesses. Not a real hero if Misha is dead.
Yeah, all of his moves involve Misha.
He has a bear named Misha.
And a pig. And a bird of some kind.
That guy that I watched, that he was like, can you beat X campaign in StarCraft without losing a single unit? Blah blah blah. He did one where it was like, can you beat Wings of Liberty with only Marines? It was a lot of fucking things.
Oh yeah, you can totally do. That's how I beat it. I love Marines. You get the Marines, you do the stim pack upgrade where they heal themselves instead of hurt themselves.
Shit.
Yeah. and then you get the double thing where
The drop pods.
well yes, the drop pods, but the tech unit is also the reactor core, so they can do these 2 at a time instead of 1. But then you can also do all the upgrades from that building.
He ran into problems with the level where it was like there's this massive black hole thing where you're supposed to use something else to like not get hurt by the black hole.
So I was playing with Shui on the co-op mission, and I was like, "This is why this is that Brannigan." He's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Send in the medics first." And I just put a drop pod in the middle of the enemy base and dropped like 18 medics, and then started dropping Marines. And the medics they dropped and started getting attacked. And they're like, heal each other. And then the Marines started popping in, and then and I just destroyed the entire base, but by spawning in it.
He couldn't even use Jim Raynor at some points. But at some levels he was like, yeah, not using Jim Raynor. Other ones he's like, yeah, Jim Raynor's an honorary Marine, otherwise this level's actually impossible. So you can choose to side with the Protoss, or you can choose to side with that scientist lady in Wings of Liberty.
Yes.
And then if you choose the Protoss, she gets infected by the Zerg.
Yep. And Rainer pushes it
Spoilers.
down.
I actually haven't finished that game. Talking about StarCraft 2, right?
That's like 11 years old, dude.
Yeah, haven't finished
Are you going to? Nope. Didn't think so.
I would just side with the Protoss because there's nothing more wholesome than Raynor getting called Friend Raynor by Artanis.
I like starting drama.
There's no Kerrigan's a bitch.
She's not. She's
To fight.
fantastic. She's a god.
In that one level when she's like, Blade Storm, Blade Storm. You have to fight her like 5 times, she just keeps coming back. It's a defense mission.
I'm trying to think of the time I had an issue with her.
Granted, the only time I've seen her is in the can you beat this without losing a single unit type videos, so it's like, yeah, she's kind of a bitch to deal with.
Yeah, but I mean, usually when she showed up to deal any damage, I had enough siege tanks that she didn't last more than a second. Whenever you find out which path she's on, it's like, I'm just going to put all of my siege tanks over there.
Siege tanks for fun.
Siege tanks, yeah.
Just have a wall of siege tanks as your defense. Just hear like them going off.
It's like playing tower defense with him.
I was playing a game with Jake Crawley, and he was Terran and I was Zerg. And he was like, I'll build the best defense I can, I'll tell you when I'm ready, then you attack me with everything you can. And I was like, no, I'm only going to attack you with Zergling. So we were testing the strategy of, do you need to advance? And my strategy was, my answer to that is, no, as long as you attack with enough of them. His kill count was so high, but he ultimately lost. Wow. I could produce 400 Zerglings by going like this. But he literally couldn't kill them fast enough.
Fuck.
Down with the sickness.
Wow.
See, it's a bottle of water.
Do you know where that head comes from?
Stonks. I just know that's the name it comes from.
Really shitty army training videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you want one more gun combat of your choice? For my deception?
Oh, for deception. Oh.
This is the kind of bathrooms we need.
I'm really trying to make myself.
No.
That's
go.
fucking hilarious.
The quick and easy solution, just take the entire Traveler 2nd Edition folder.
Ah.
And anybody who wants it can take it. I've got a USB-C adapter if you want stuff.
I did not bring like anything electronics.
Wow,
Not,
that's...
not even your phone?
I said except for my phone.
Yeah, the
Traveler
USB-C
2nd
adapter,
edition.
Plug,
Yep.
Plug.
That is
You
all
take
of the
the
books in my
PS.
possession.
Mm.
And some that technically aren't.
So no?
No, what else you got?
So when I first started playing Traveler, a lot of the
That's
stuff
literally the
I
only
just
thing I can
bought
give
strictly
you.
the PDFs because the books are so expensive, and I can't do games with PDFs. There's like a disconnect with if I don't have the actual.
It's
book.
different when you have the book.
Yeah,
These are the
yeah.
two things that I got.
Well, and like a lot of like my buddy's like, oh, well, PDFs are great because then you can just search it. I'm like, yeah, but I can find stuff in the books faster than I can search it through a PDF. Because after a while, my books are trained. I could just open them and they'll be near the spot that I'm looking for.
Not
You
just
know,
that, but you can also like grab a group of pages when you know you don't need this like
Right.
so far down. Yeah, I have the same argument with people at work all the time. They're like, no, we got your tech cards on the computer, and it's like, sweet, touchscreen, huh? One.
man, that's good. That's almost
I had to do that
sweet.
560 pages.
That Johnny Walker's almost sweet. Damn, that is fucking good.
Oh, are we breaking into that already?
Yep.
I broke into mine.
It's also real smoky.
Yeah, it's almost like a
Smoke down
what the
wall.
island out there.
Actually, I think I'm gonna have my first one after my first kill.
Yeah, that's really good.
I will do the same.
Might be sacrilegious, but I think I might actually like that better than the Lafroig. It's pretty good.
I actually really like
I mean, the Lafroig, amazing, but
I like this.
that's quite smooth.
Is this better than the Japanese stuff?
I think so. All right.
So,
Here's your flash drive
cool. You want to just hand me?
and the USB-C adapter. Should anybody want to put it?
Yeah. Does anybody else want it?
It's already on the adapter? Like I don't understand what's going on.
So if you only have USB-C ports, you just do that.
Yeah, I can pop it on my phone,
Ah.
can't I?
Yeah.
It goes on the phone.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Oh, won't fit with the case, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, in case it's too big.
Thanks for the thick.
Change my mind.
Okay, so since we got a little bit of a late start getting stuff together,
Hi, everybody.
welcome to Traveler After Dark. We are doing a brief break from D&D doing Traveler Adventures. This particular Traveler Adventure is a Deepnight Endeavour. It is the Great Rift Adventure 2. These guys have created all brand new characters. And before we get started, let's thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. The first on that list is TNC. If you are watching on Twitch, you can scroll down. You should see some tiles there. If you don't see the tiles, click on my profile image and the tiles should come up. TNC, that is Talon Claw. Talon Claw makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories such as DM screens, dice vaults, dice trays. They have a full line of drink coasters. They just came out with a new line of cutting boards, so if you like to serve a meat and cheese tray while you're gaming, they are the guys to check out. And right now they have a 10% off sale of their entire stock through Sunday. Next on the list is the Speechless Bard. She makes wonderful leather products, all handmade. She has a line of covers for your core rulebook. She has dice bracelets, a dice mat that looks like a scroll. She does amazing work. She is in the UK, so if you order, make sure that you give it some time, because it'll take a while to get over here. And the last one on the list is Fable Beard Company. They make beard balms, oils, co-wash, beard butter, pretty much everything beard related. And each scent profile is a fantasy character. Right now, I am wearing the hero that smells like rich cologne and warm tobacco. And they have a deal where if you are a first-time buyer, you can you get buy one get one free. So definitely check them out. I was just about to say where we left off. Wait, we haven't left off, because this is session 1. Last session was session 0, where these guys created their characters and obtained their ship. Now,
I got the flying machine.
Ooh, ha, ha, ha,
Turret over.
So far, you and I put the most money into it.
Right?
Freeloaders. I had to struggle for everything that I
It's
got.
called All Share, right?
Huh?
It's called All Share.
no,
What is it called?
the computer's name is Clarisane, and it should just be in the documents folder, which is already shared. I don't know.
Oh, it could just be off. Like it might need to turn the computer on.
No, I was just at it.
Oh. Oh. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's acting really weird as far as the network goes. So this on this screen is the same thing that's on this map here on the table. You guys got your ship, and you are at the planet Colony 5, and Colony 5 is a extremely populated world, like in the billions. It is an industrial complex, and this is where one of Deepnight LIC Corporation's one of their headquarters, and this is where you purchased your ship from them. And they have, so about a year ago, which is what this news article was, a year ago, they had created a new class of ship, and it was the Endeavour class. And this ship is massive. I have pictures. Pictures. I have to remember where I put it. I think it's in there. No, that's not it. There it is. So the Endeavour looks something like that. And the ship, when I say massive, I mean it is huge. It is 100,000 tons. Compared to your ship, I think is 200 tons.
200.
This thing will displace 100,000 tons of hydrogen, so it's fucking huge. It has these 4 pods on it that are fuel tankers, but they're not just fuel tanks. They can detach, and they can actually jump to a gas giant to skim fuel. And so it's got a number of these things. It can actually do jump 3. The Endeavour was the first ship of the class. It is the class namesake. And Deepnight put a ton of money into building this thing. And they have an entire fleet of these things that they're building. And it went out on its maiden voyage mission out into the Great Rift. So the Great Rift is a section of space where what they would call low stellar density. So there's no stars, there's no planets. That's not true. There are some stars and planets, but they are very, very few and far between. Planets that you would run into in the Rift, a lot of times are going to be rogues with no stars, so they're just floating out in the black. They got kicked out of some stellar orbit and just out there. There might be rogue comets, even gas giants, but the Great Rift is not someplace that you want to misjump, because that is a death sentence. Deepnight went out and on scientific research, trying to see, if there's lost colonies out there, stellar research, things like that, and everything was going well. And then all of a sudden it stopped reporting in. And so what they were doing is they'd send it way out, and then there would be there was a small jump ship that would ferry crew back and forth for shore leave, because nobody wants to be out in the middle of blackness for that long. And when this ship was returning with a section of crew to the rendezvous point, Deepnight was gone. It was just simply not at the rendezvous point. And they did a number of searches of the area. When I say area, you're talking about parsecs. Each one of these hexes on this map is 3.2 light years. So that's a pretty big area. And they found no sign of it, and that was a year ago. And so Deepnight's stocks took a huge hit because they had pumped a ton of money into this, and their investors were expecting some kind of returns, and their stocks went. Now, a year later, a ship has come back into port, and it was out in the Reach, and it reported receiving a very faint, what they would call a signal GK. Signal GK is an old Volani term for distress signal. Volani being the first Imperium, 1,000 years ago. No, longer than that. It was a long fucking time ago is what it was. They received a very faint distress signal. They know where they received the distress signal, and so Deepnight has put out a reward of. They had a standing reward of 1 million credits for any information on the location of the ship, and nothing has come about. Now with this distress signal being heard, they've upped that to 1.5 million. And you guys, you had tried to hire on with Deepnight and didn't make it through the hiring process. It is
Story of my life.
Right? It is very difficult to get hired on with Deepnight Corporation. For the crews of their vessels, they take just the cream of the crop, the best of the best, and even the best of the best sometimes don't get hired by them. You guys were
Not the best of the best.
right. You were not even probably the second best of the best, but you gained an
Not on the totem
opportunity.
pole. We're the motherfuckers that move them.
Right. Yeah, you gained an opportunity to purchase your vessel, which is a 50-year-old safari ship. There's a lot of rusted spots on it. Something was living in it. The floors haven't been cleaned. But safari vessels are interesting because they, interior-wise, they have a couple of spaces that are called multi-environment spaces. And so you can, if you capture an animal, for instance, you can put them in one of these multi-environment spaces and you can change the environment to suit that animal.
It's like a
there's the new, oh, you got it?
Oh yeah.
This is the new Drunken Master bottle opener.
Oh. Yay! You know what else you can do with this?
Kill people?
Yeah. That's exactly where my mind went with it.
Kind of like my metal credit card, but I'm sharpening it.
Oh, yeah, right. I've looked at those. I'm like, give me a real knife.
Hey, you could take it on an airplane.
That's true. That is a good point. So, Deep Night
Shoot, I
sold
said
you
that on
guys.
stream. I'm gonna be on the no-fly.
Yeah, you're on the no-fly list.
Boom. Done.
He sharpens his metal credit cards. He's trying to fly.
So you guys purchased a safari ship with the idea that you were going to go after and try to check out this distress call and see if you can't find where it went. So you purchased this ship. They allowed you to finance it through a bank, and you got a mortgage. The downside is, of course, that the safari ship only has a jump range of jump 2, so you can do two of these hexes, 2 parsecs. And the reason that's a problem is that it is further out than that. However, you could do an additional jump 1 if you fill your cargo bay with collapsible fuel bladders, so you could carry enough fuel for one parsec jump. Each time you jump, you're in jump space for a week.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's better than.
Months or years, whatever it would take to
yeah,
not jump.
right. Yeah, better than sublight speeds, right?
Might as well get out and push, fucker. Corey, wake up.
Are you?
If we stop for energy drinks, you got a smoothie.
Smack his tip.
Oh no.
No, not the service that I paid for last night.
Seconds.
So you they've given you a fuel bladder. They've also they have another one of their vessels, and you will hitch a ride with this ship. It's going to jump out 3 parsecs.
Oh, we're gonna
You can then
slingshot.
detach, jump 2 parsecs, and then jump another parsec. So you're 3 weeks out.
Jeez. We're so far away.
At least we get to know each other.
Well, you guys know each other. I mean, not on a real personal level, but we figured out during character creation that you guys know you're at least acquaintances.
I know him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know each other because we both know Bob.
I'm trying to.
Drop out. Hick.
I didn't drop
respected
out. I didn't
warrior.
get accepted. So fuck you.
Failed student. Hick.
No, I learned on the
warrior.
streets.
Other
Is it a
respected
failed
warrior.
student?
Yeah, you
Never
didn't
accepted?
even get accepted to the Psionic Institute, did
Yeah.
you?
No, I was just out on the streets. I learned my shit on my own. Fuck you.
You just audited the course.
I feel like with that statement, my character doesn't like you.
He's joking.
He's.
So,
So
like you're
I'm just
like
gonna be
going in for
on
chest.
whatever
I
phone
psionic
I
powers,
have
just
laying in my
imagine,
bunk for
like,
3 weeks, just checking out bitches on Tinder.
literally because you're a burger, checking out bitches on Tinder.
Check out the 6
everybody's
tips
like-
on this one.
Corey, what's your character's name?
Rexar.
Oh my
you spell
gosh!
that?
Should my guy like the furry force?
R-E-X-A-R.
Yeah.
The one with the 6 tits. Shoots
The cow?
milk.
And
Yeah, the guy's gonna be a
the
cow.
short name that everyone probably calls him is just
No, he
Rexar.
likes the cow.
Sounds good. So,
There's a fluffy cat up there. Just one behind the blue thing.
But I was
Fluffy
thinking
gray
make
cat.
it more wolf-like.
Might
Whatever their
be,
version
There
of-
is a wolf.
might be ungrateful.
There is.
He has a centaur
Who?
body. He's the one with the musk.
Yeah, that's his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
And there's another one. Then there's Fat Boy.
See, the first time, I think, was it me and Kurt or was it me and David that saw Fat Boy the first time we came?
Yeah, he's huge.
And we were just like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's a big.
Yeah, he just like.
This
He just waddles around.
Yeah.
We got ice, and then we came back and we saw him just look up at us. We were looking at him. It was like, what the?
He's really friendly.
Yeah. It's like, is that a cat or a sausage with fur? Jesus fuck.
That's what we call a kingpin.
Just a mold of dough.
Cat or a
little legs.
sausage with
Or a mob boss, you know. Like,
So,
I've seen Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
so Corey, why don't you? I don't know if you've thought about Rexar. Tell us a little bit about what you know about Rexar.
He's fought in wars, man.
So he is an Aslan.
Yeah.
He's an Aslan Ihati, second son. We know that.
Hotty
He's caught in 4 territories. He's looking to gain more glory, honor. He doesn't take any shit.
He has a pet bear.
No. I almost got the pet robot mouse.
Yeah. So one of the things that you, the rest of you have probably not really spent a lot of time around true Aslan. So there are Aslan that have grown up or been raised in the Imperium. They don't act like true Aslan do that are from the Herate, or from the Trojan Reach, which is where you would be from. They eat one large meal a day, and it is not uncommon. They have little droids that they will put a meat sheath on and then let it run around the ship so that they can mimic hunting.
He also has 5
I heard
things
meat
of
sheath and not something totally different.
Check this
Now
out.
back to the furry portion.
Oh god!
Box of kids.
It's so red.
Check this out. Dual functionality.
Walk out into the hall, he's just thinking, God damn it!
I always do a psionic search before turning a corner.
We told you, if you're gonna fuck your little robot mouse thing, do it in your room.
Then I can't mimic the thrill of the hunt.
Is that what you do with your food?
No, it's a solo.
And then we eat it.
So Aslan that are raised in the Imperium
Cream pie your meat and then eat it? That's gross.
tend to be a lot like everybody else.
God damn it.
Really seals in the flavor.
So Aslan
Okay, Aslan.
that live in the Imperium are pretty much like everybody else.
I'm gonna kill him.
Aslan that are in the Herate, for one, they have the males have a nearly insatiable need to acquire as much territory and land as they possibly can.
Oh god, I'm so glad you said to acquire territory.
Spraying parts of the ship.
They are a warrior race, and they are split straight down the middle between male and female. The males, so they're usually out of a pride, there's usually 2 or 3 males, and the rest are all female. Males are in charge, they are warriors, but they have no technical acumen whatsoever.
Sounds about right.
The women run businesses. They help the males with money. Oh, do you know what your independence skill is?
My independence is 1.
Okay, so you are at least familiar with the concept of money. If he had no independence skill at all, a woman would go around and be like, no, you can't buy that. You don't have enough money. And
But I want it.
Well, I want to buy this. Okay, well, here's some money. Go play in the arcade. Yeah. Women run businesses.
I also did
On a ship, the ship's captain would be male. The first officer would be a female because she handles all of the administrative duties. The engineers are all going to be women because they know how to operate stuff. It is to such a point that male positions on the bridge of the ship basically have like the buttons for a speak and spell, whereas the women have full diagnostic displays and whatnot, because the male's like, all I need to hit button says fire, and that's all they do. Yeah.
I have turret 1 for this reason.
Yes.
I don't need to worry about diagnostic. Just show me gun.
Yeah, the Aslan gun turret for the males looks like, the Scooty Puff Jr. from Futurama.
I've got to wind it up.
Yeah, you gotta wind it up first. Aslan like to heavily spice their meat with something called dust spice. And in a lot of cases, Aslan... Yes, exactly. In a lot of cases, Aslan exploration trips are Aslan going out trying to find new sources of this spice. They just fucking love this shit. I don't know, maybe it's catnip. I don't know.
Sounds like catnip.
Yeah, it might be catnip.
You just do lines of it, though.
So I did find out when we made your character, we were wondering, well, you have some territory, what does that look like? Your territory score, when I looked it up, means that you either have a small dwelling, so maybe an apartment, or a small garden.
Territory score.
Right.
4.
Right. That's what that means.
Oh,
You have a garden.
Yeah, you might have a garden.
jeez.
Yeah. So you're not high on the territory scale.
That was a +1.
Right.
Quit taking my ass. What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
So, you probably, I would imagine, signed on with the crew in the hopes of, well, you knew that they were going out into the rift, so you're like, let's go find me some territory. Because, I mean, anything that you find out there, if it's a rogue planet or something like that, ain't nobody else going to be living on it, you hope.
Fine.
Yeah, so, let's see here. Luke, tell us about Hannibal.
What's your last name? Vector?
Don't have one. Just Hannibal. And
you're a Vargur.
yep, I'm a Vargur. I am a retired Marine.
Star Wolf.
And
He's Star Fox.
Star Wolf.
He is
I was just looking for a job. That way I'm not bored while I'm retired.
Nice. Okay.
And I got assigned to this hunk of shit.
Yeah, this is not the Navy cruisers that you're used to racking on, but it
I
is.
didn't see you putting in your.
It is all of yours because you've all divvied up the mortgage payment. So there's that.
You do.
I feel like
combined. You
all
own
of it.
No, I
until they
mean
make
like
payment.
between me and you, we own half.
Oh, gotcha. You own one half, I own the other.
Yeah.
Kurt, tell us about Billy.
As he takes a look.
Billy enjoys,
Billy?
He enjoys the finer things in life.
You gotta do the voice.
Like monster truck shows.
Name's Billy. From the backwater planet.
No. You need to talk like Boomhauer.
Yeah,
no,
man,
I'm not talking like
yeah,
that.
man, I tell you what.
Hey, you did everybody.
Backwater planet. God dang.
God dang it. Mama told me that Papa died in an accident when I was little. We had a funeral for Uncle Papa.
He was trying to fuck a grain thresher.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you need to get.
Didn't catch the Uncle Papa.
Yeah, Uncle Papa. Yeah.
You should
He
get
tried to
good at
fuck-
talking
he
like
succeeded.
Boomhauer.
Uncle was
No,
also
no.
Mama's brother.
There was
Talk
like a fucking
Scooter from
cartoon.
Borderlands.
There was a cartoon. I think it was Cartoon Network, and it was like during the day, so it was for little kids.
Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah, Uncle Grandpa, and I'm like,
Yeah, that
What?
was a weird show.
What?
I watched like one episode and I was like...
I never watched it. I just saw the title. I'm like,
I saw one episode because whatever I was watching spilled over into that, and it just started, kept going, and I was just like, and I'm not watching Cartoon Network anymore.
There's a show called
Uncle Grandpa. Yeah.
Whatever you
On during the day
catch
for
a
little
ride.
kids.
Catch a ride.
Like, Borderlands.
Right.
Oh,
Catch
yeah.
a ride.
So Billy is,
Bill is human.
and he's backwater head.
Backwater hick.
Yeah.
I was a pirate.
Yeah, you were a colonist, and then you ended up being a pirate for a while. So we've been rewatching Black Sails, and I saw Billy. Billy comes in, and so they have this $5 million worth of Spanish gold that they took, and everybody gets, all of the pirates that were involved have a share. So evidently this guy had come in and asked for 500 gold doubloons, and then like the next day came in and says, I want to withdraw 500 for my share. And the guy goes, you were just in here yesterday and withdrew 500. What could you have possibly spent that money on in that small amount of time? And he says, well, I lost it. I set the bag down and I went to go do something, and then when I came back it was gone. And he goes, okay, well, the reason why we are holding on to it is to protect this money for everybody. So perhaps a smaller amount would be wiser. Can you think of any number smaller than 500? And he goes, how about 500? He goes, yeah, yes, of course you want 500. He writes it down, and the guy goes, and I'm going to need another bag. That's Billy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I'm your pilot.
Yes.
I don't care. As long as you can get us there.
Find out.
So David, tell us about Bakasura.
Oh no, we'll get there.
Bakasura he was born in the fanatical cult?
The Church of the Mind.
Yeah.
Playgrounds where he
But-
spent most of his days.
That didn't cope well for him, so he hired a pirate to smuggle him into the opposing faction. I can't remember the name.
So
The
no, you were Jodani, weren't you? Or were you Church of the Mind?
I was Church of the Mind, but I ran away from the church.
Right. So I take it Billy was that pirate?
Bob.
Bob was that pirate.
That's our mutual associate.
Gotcha. And you are a scion
I am a scion, a human scion, and a runaway.
and a runway. On the run from the Church of the Mind.
On the run from the Church of the
Something
Mind.
about little kids and churches.
Uncle
not
Brother
getting
Bob
involved.
is awesome, isn't he?
Huh?
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 I don't know what?
Uncle Brother Bob?
There's a lot to unwind there.
Yes. So
Huh?
Just Uncle Brother?
the first
I just want to say, I don't care about the logistics, but you people are pretty good.
the first week that you jump out,
Kept making babies.
you jump out 3 parsecs, and that takes a week. And when you come out of drive space, it's a little unnerving because you look out the window, and unlike before, usually you come out of drive space and you look out your viewport and you can see stars. Out here, you see nothing. And if you do see a star, they're very small and very faint. You are in the black. And so the captain cuts your ship loose, and you can make your first jump. Oh, who has engineer jump or J drive?
I don't think anybody has engineering.
I don't think anybody has that.
No one.
Does anybody have engineering at all?
Nope.
No.
Fuck, David, take engineering 1
Yay.
J drive. That means you get all of the other engineering skills at 0.
Oh, sweet.
Kate does.
Our one engineer's in sick bay. Great.
Right, yeah. Right.
J drive.
So, does anybody have astrogation?
I actually
Nope.
thought about
No.
taking that, but I did not. I took
Nobody has
broker
astrogation.
instead.
I don't even know what that is. What is astrogation?
Astrogation is how you plot a course.
Oh yeah, no, I want that. I'll take that instead of my broker.
Okay.
That was one of my free skills. That
Yeah, astrogation would be more important than broker at this point.
Would I take that level 1 or 0?
What was broker at?
0.
So take it at 0.
Okay.
So, David, you're going to plot a course to this, where they think that this distress call is coming from. Now, the captain of the ship, during the week that you were jumping out this far, he tells you that the direction that the little known fact, the direction where this distress call came from is actually in the direction of a Navy, a Third Imperium naval fuel cache. And he thinks that the Endeavour may have suffered some kind of mishap and limped its way to this fuel cache so that it could get fuel to jump back home. So, since you know the location of the fuel cache, I will give you a +1 to your roll. So roll 2d6, and you can add your education modifier to that.
Yes. Oh.
What's your education modifier? buddy?
Can.
Add it.
Yeah, I'm gonna opt not to.
What's your education modifier?
-1 like everything else.
-3.
-1.
So yeah, you would be. Actually, it washes out to 0 because you're +1, -1. So.
Yeah. So 9.
You got a 9.
And you're going for low.
So
You fly into a sun.
no,
Nope,
You
gravity
jump
well.
you
opposite direction.
you get an average success.
Woo!
You have successfully plotted the course. Now you get to be the monkey to throw the switch. Make a J drive roll.
2d6 again.
2d6 and add your engineering J drive skill to it.
Okay, so engineering.
And you can add, you can add your education, or if you would choose your intellect.
Intellect it is. So that will be 13.
Yeah, you nailed it. So
9, 10.
I'm the
yeah,
best.
so
stowaway.
that is a effect of 5, which is again an average success. So you guys successfully jump and are in dry space for another week.
Okay, so when we come out of dry space, I'm going to be talking to Hannibal and be like, "Wow, you're really flexible. So is it like always that red?"
Red rocket.
Secret cannon.
After a week,
I can make it grow wide, just like I can long.
my friends call me tuna can.
You can touch all sides of the mechanics except the bottom.
Oh no, I can reach the bottom too.
Gotta cut the sides off first, though.
Coming out of after a week, you come out of dry space.
Flips it over.
Bakasura, make another astrogation check.
You guys are making me do everything. Okay. 5.
So the general plan here, you only got a 5? Well,
How'd you get a
you haven't
6?
jumped yet.
I thought you got a 6.
I got a right, but -1.
Why don't you have a +1 for something?
It's a 0.
Oh,
I said you could use your
get
intelligence.
fucked.
No, you said education last time.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's your choice, either education or intellect.
Oh, well then 6, 7.
Which is still a failure, but it is a marginal failure. So it'll take a little bit longer for you to make your
You guys make me do the drive, then plot the course. I'm getting confused here. One's numbers, one's
the this is the part where it starts to get scary because you've only got enough fuel in the collapsible bladder in your cargo hold for 1 parsec jump. And then you have no fuel. And you're out in the middle of fuck nowhere.
Yes.
TPK.
Right. So,
Amen.
So Bakasura, make another astrogation check, and because that last one was only a marginal failure, you were very close. I'll give you a +1. Or actually, I will say that you can make the roll with a boon dice. So roll 3 dice 6 and take the 2 highest rolls.
We're fucked.
We're so fucked. Can I have the +1 instead?
Yeah, you can have the +1 instead.
Ow.
5, 1, 1.
So that puts us at 8 with the +1.
At 8?
Yeah.
At 8, that's a success.
Oh, thank
Oh.
goodness.
I saw the one and you were like, boo dust. I was like, oh, thank Christ. Fuck.
Make an engineering J drive.
Oh god.
Oh, God. Oh, 5.
3. So that's engineering J drive. So that's 10.
Yeah. You guys make your last 1 parsec jump. You are now out of fuel.
Hey, man, I have 5 bio pills I can eat. That lets me digest whatever meat I eat.
Right. That's another thing about Aslan is that they for some reason cannot digest humans' food, and so they have pills that they can take.
Can we digest that?
Oh yeah.
They have pills that they
once.
can take that will allow them to do that.
And I have 5 containers of them.
Okay. So
You have a gun, right?
Yes.
How much ammo do you have?
I don't know. At least 6.
I have 1 bullet just in case.
so
I'm hungry, but you know what I gotta do before I eat my meat.
That's what
No.
this is for. I'll-
so
Psychological trigger.
do you guys want to make any plans for when you get out of drive space, or are you just gonna wait it out?
We're gonna refuel the ship.
Refuel the ship.
Well, so if you are out in the middle of nowhere,
It's good that we got that.
there's no port to land at to refuel. So your only option would be to, at this case, the idea would be that you would go and grab fuel from the Navy fuel cache. Barring that, you would have to cross your fingers and hope to find a rogue gas giant to skim fuel from,
But we know this.
or find a rogue comet and crack the ice so that you can get the hydrogen from there.
That would be the highest probability of success.
So I would just
Getting hydrogen from where?
Cracking the ice in a comet?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the reason why I say that one's the highest probability of success is because the gas giants and the empty black voidness. Probably not gonna find one.
Yeah.
the Navy cache. That's
So you guys come out of jump space.
I'm a pirate?
They don't know that.
I'm a runaway.
They don't know that.
I'm a former soldier.
I'm a former soldier.
He can talk to him. They can talk to him.
I'll go be in my barrel.
You guys come out of jump space. Who has electronic sensors?
I have a 0 and a 2 in comms.
So you have electronic sensors at 0. Anybody have a specialty?
I have remote ops.
Right.
That turret.
You have turret. Yeah, Luke, go ahead and roll 2d6.
I also have.
And you can add your education or intellect modifier to
Should I
that.
sacrifice
Your choice.
friends?
Jack of all trades.
Oh, jack of all trades.
But also sacrifice friends too.
Oh, dang.
That's a D8, but that was a really nice roll.
Yeah.
How'd you roll an 8 on a 6?
7.
Plus intellect.
I have a 0 for intellect and a 0 for education.
So,
Ones and
That
everything
must be
else.
nice.
So on a 7, you
I mean, I do have a +2 on dexterity, but
I would.
you start doing a sensor sweep. So when you come out of drive space, you don't see shit.
Guys, we're fucked.
But I mean, you know, that's not visually. You don't see shit. What you are picking up on these sensors is you're picking up bits of debris.
oh god damn it, the Death Star was here and I blew it up.
This was all there.
This fuel cache was in all the wrong places.
I tell the pilot, I tell our pilot, hey, look out, we're in a debris field.
Oh gosh darn, Jilly G there. Thanks for telling me no.
Is there fuel in the debris field?
I feel like I've lost intelligence speaking to you.
It doesn't get better every time.
I couldn't tell if that was genuine
Billy.
or if that was, well, no shit, Sherlock, even though you have no idea what's going on outside the ship.
Billy,
We'll eat this one first.
make a piloting check, and you can add your dexterity modifier to it.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh good. So 2d6.
2d6 plus your piloting plus your dexterity modifier.
How'd you change colors?
So I got a +3 there.
You did change colors.
How?
What?
It was passion fruit pomegranate.
11.
And now it's the same color as the wine, now isn't it?
What?
11.
Okay, so Billy is able to pilot the safari ship, the USS Less, and avoid the debris. Hannibal, go ahead and make another electronic sensors check.
4.
Shit. Okay.
What's going on here? Am I not rolling? Oh, I
Yeah,
need to roll it in the tray.
Yeah.
I mean
That,
that's
that's
one
kind of how it works.
So,
what'd you get?
10.
Okay. You are immediately able to discern two things.
Fuel cells.
There is no fuel cache.
Guys, we're fucked.
The debris field is what's left of the fuel cache.
Fuel's gone. Shit.
However, at the very edge, about probably 100,000 clicks, you can see a large ship on the sensors,
How big compared to us?
and it comes up and registers as the Endeavour.
Hey, 100,000 kilometers that way, there's a
USS
ship.
Full.
Isn't that what we're looking
So
100,000 kilometers that direction is
So
a
your
ship.
computer brings up this schematic showing that this is the Deepnight Endeavour.
And those little
Captain,
things on the
we
bottom,
found the Deepnight Endeavour.
So-
those are the fuel things.
Those are the fuel shuttles. However, those are missing.
Oh. Hey guys,
Let's steal the Endeavour.
what?
we're the first ones here.
So the Endeavor is ours.
It would be.
I mean, we have no fuel. I mean, we could siphon it and, hit the self-destruct button on this.
So yeah, that
They want
is
the
a
ship
possibility. You could go to the Endeavour. Now, the way the Endeavour works is that it has an internal fuel supply, and then it has originally it had 6 of those shuttles that were also fuel supplies. So it had the capability to jump way out there. The fuel shuttles are gone.
Let's take over the Endeavour. That's what I think we should do.
I mean, we should at least dock on it.
The pirate is getting excited.
I think we should take it over, and this will be our new ship.
With the
I thought we were giving the ship back to get a lot of money.
We'll give it back as long as they hire us and we are this ship's new crew.
Oh yeah, we've already proven ourselves capable.
We got it. We
here
can
before
pilot.
their ace pilot teams.
Are the best.
All right, so
the best, sir.
so Billy,
Yeah, I
make
totally
a piloting check
calculated
and
our route here.
dexterity
Didn't
modifier.
punch numbers in it.
What am I doing?
Do a piloting check. with your dexterity mod.
Pilot!
It'll analyze fly patterns with science.
Ooh, 13.
Okay. So, I forget, if you look on your ship sheet, the Safari ship has I forget what the thrust is on it.
Ah, the thrust. Yes, the thrust. It is,
One, it must be Asian.
Yeah, it says thrust one.
So it is capable of 1G of thrust. And you floor it and head off towards the Endeavor.
It's like one of those real shitty cars that when you floor it, the engine just gets loud. And
Oh, the
Yeah,
jet faster.
Yeah, it just gets louder. It doesn't really go any faster. Yeah.
Like my old Metro, I could floor it and go through a school zone without speeding. Everybody would be looking, expecting this car to fly by, and I'm like, almost 20. I'm still accelerating up to 20.
almost there.
The fastest I could go is on the way to his place, down that hill.
oh, that's rough. Is it one of those like 3 cylinders?
No. Great gas mileage.
Oh yeah, I bet.
$20, filled my tank.
There you go, baby.
The voices beneath you are
For a
telling you
month.
to kill them all.
No, I just filled my tank and got me Taco Bell. But that was when gas was also cheaper and Taco Bell was also cheaper.
And had potatoes still.
They brought the potatoes back.
Did?
Allegedly.
Did what?
Potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, oil and mushrooms, stick them in a stew.
So they took away the
The Mexican
potatoes.
fries?
No, not the fries, but they did it as a substitute for the meat and certain menu items.
That's weird.
The spicy potato burrito.
Gross. All I want to do is max out my jack of all trades.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the highest you can do with Jack of all trades is 3.
Yeah, but totally worth it. Then I'm good at everything.
Then you don't have. So if you attempt to do a skill that you are not trained in, then you're at -3.
With jack of all trades, you'd be at 0 if you max it out.
Right.
That's what I'm going for. Since I had no skills, I was like, I'm gonna start building that one.
Just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, since I only had, before we did today and give you out those extra skills, I only had 4 skills. If I'm gonna be bad at everything, I'm gonna be decent at everything. I could have put all my points into that. Jack of all trades. That's it,
That's very strange.
right?
So, Billy, you are able to get the ship to where it is going. As you get closer, you can see that the Endeavor has suffered some damage.
Ooh, who's good in a vaccine?
Fairly extensive damage. So, let's see.
I felt it on the ground. Test.
Ooh, that chip's big.
Shit's real.
So this is the layout. These primary structural members here and here. The one on this side, there are just big holes ripped in it. You're not sure what made these holes. Your guess is some kind of weapons fire. On this side, there is damage, but not nearly as bad. The other thing that you notice is that on the bottom side, this thing is at the very bottom. It is a docking rail. Normally, the Endeavor would have 2 S-type scout ships attached to it, and usually like a far trader Those vessels are gone. And the docking rail itself has taken some damage. It also has a small docking bay for small craft. I was like, what the fuck? It had a small docking bay for small craft like launches and whatnot. The docking bay is a wreck. So, and you don't see a whole lot of you're not seeing a whole lot of lights. But Hannibal, go ahead and make an electronic sensors check.
Checking for life forms. Or life support.
7.
So your sensors check, you are able to see that there are electromagnetic emissions coming from the ship. So there is power. Your guess is that from what you're reading that life support is on, but you're not seeing any normal activity. It seems pretty.
Do we have engineers? Any of us engineering?
Yeah, David's now that he's got engineering, he's the designated engineer of the ship.
What about vacuum suit?
I have 0.
I have 2.
Right, but we need an engineer.
Well, he can go on and find out if it's safe to be on there, and then I can go.
We can't dock, so you're gonna have.
You could choose a place to dock, and so your two most obvious locations would be either this side, which is you're not going to need a vac suit as much because it's not suffered that much damage. This side, however, you can't. If you were to dock, you're not going to be able to step out of your airlock without a vac suit on. Absolutely impossible.
I'm pretty sure you could.
You wouldn't want to,
You
right?
You could do it once.
Yeah, one time.
So I would suggest you put on the vac suit.
Putting on the vac suit.
I'm gonna put on the vac suit.
We're gonna dock on the safer side. I'm gonna send you guys out. to
So
find
theoretically, I don't know that you even really need, I don't think that Hannibal needs a vac suit. And the reason for that, you have combat armor, don't you?
Yeah. Combat flex. Do I need the vac suit?
Oh yeah, I do. I have combat armor.
out. His combat armor probably would access the vac suit too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
Let
combat
me
flex
double
also
check
covers the
that.
entire body, so I just wanted to.
Billy has post-apocalyptic armor.
I do? I thought it was just a combat suit.
No, I'm joking.
It's just made out of license plates. And
Yeah, it's just license plates.
I got me
License
combat
plates and
suit.
staples.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's so fluffy. I want to play D&D.
Come be nerds with us.
That's Emily.
I said, I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
That was a cute dog.
There's a dog?
I mean,
Wow. So, combat armor is a complete array of metal and synthetic armor, strictly military and not available in the open market. It contains oxygen tanks for 6 hours and a recycling unit, which can more than double this endurance if the user is not unduly exerting themselves. So it technically can work as a vac suit for 6 hours. And then you had,
Combat flex.
that's Aslan armor though, right?
Yes.
Got like a shield that just.
It's like just full body armor, including face,
Oh, gotcha.
head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
So let's see here. Combat vac suit. Combat flex. No, combat flex is not. Combat flex armor is made up of interlocking plastic plates designed to resemble Grishikaya, which I think is ceremonial armor. Yeah. These suits are worn by clan agents, mercenaries, and even some Aslan traders and explorers, but it is not a vac suit.
Alright, listen, I'm just grabbing a vac suit.
Okay. So, you grab a regular old vac suit, and Luke, Hannibal puts his helmet on.
And I'm going to bring my laser pistol. Or do I just bring them all?
You could bring them all.
I guess, yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, like a kinetic damage in space will do a lot.
It'll do a lot, yes.
Yeah.
But that's why laser pistol, like it's 0G.
Right. That's the biggest benefit of laser weapons, 0G. There's nothing more funny than watching somebody playing Traveler that has no vac suit skill, and then they pull out their pistol in 0G environment and pull trigger.
Well, like what he did when he threw him out into space that one time.
Right.
Well, that was planned.
Yeah.
I actually course corrected with that.
I do this many course corrections and I'm out of ammo. So I could have sworn there was. Interesting. So is anybody? Are you two staying on the ship then?
Yup.
So,
I'm
all right.
gonna wait till they find like a safe route before I step off.
Okay.
Because I don't have skill in vac suits. I don't
So
want to be
Billy, make a piloting check to try and dock the ship.
Dock the ship. He's good at docking.
10.
See?
Nice. So yeah, Billy sidles the USS Less up, and you get a airlock seal, and you two open the airlock. And
Pilot.
so,
Yes.
were you going to the heavily damaged side or the less damaged?
Less damage.
Okay. So you open the airlock, and you see a empty corridor. Let's see here.
Alright, so I look around, and do I see any sort of internal damage in this corridor?
Make a recon check.
A Ricky. Recon. Nice.
So you are on the right PSM,
12.
and you are in 20.
So we're in 20. Where's 20? Right there, okay.
Yep. So in 20, you were able to find a dock where their probe drones would be launched from. What'd you get for your recon check?
I got 12.
Okay. The first thing that you notice is that the drones are all there. The probes are all there. So they haven't launched any of their drones, which is a little odd. But this was, when Endeavour disappeared, it was at the pretty much at the start of their mission, so they may not have launched any probes yet. Anyways, as far as battle damage and things like that, you're not seeing a whole lot. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you're not seeing any battle damage, and from what your heads-up display on your combat armor is telling you, is that there is pressure in air. Make a recon check.
I want to check out the power plant next.
Okay.
The power plant followed by the fuel processor.
That is home senses. That gives me another +1 to recon, right?
Oh,
The what now?
Home senses gives another +1 to recon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is 13.
So, on a 13,
You have recon?
I have 1 in recon, and then I have home senses,
Nice.
and then I got an 11.
on a 13,
and we have radios, right?
yeah, you've got personal comms, which basically are like cell phones. They're like a smartphone.
I'm on comms, so I'm going to say, hey, there's pressure. It's safe here.
You know.
Hey, Captain, weird box is talking to me again.
My static reaver and my grav shield are already on.
Okay.
I'm just like, yeah.
You look up at a vent and you see this.
Some shitty mold coming out of the vents. Don't like that.
Are you going to point that out to?
Yeah, I sent that over comms.
Okay.
It's Unity.
So you look up and you see
I run off the ship.
that as well.
sketchy's going on here.
What do you want to do anything about it, or just move on?
I want to pop the plate off of that vent.
Okay.
So it's cool. It's just Unity. It's nice, girlfriend.
Do you want me to just cleave it off with the
Yeah.
axe, or?
I want to see what it is first. Is this roots to
He's asking you how do you want to be gentle about taking it off, or do you want to smash it off?
Oh, well, I don't see screws. It's just gonna rip it off.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Doesn't work. I have my axe.
And my
10.
axe.
Okay. So yeah, you reach up and you rip it off, and when you rip it off, these little there's like in this air shaft there is a bunch of what looks like fungal growth, creepers. That's what these are sticking out. And when you rip it off, you tear off one end of this creeper, and a cloud of spores comes out into the area.
You're fucked.
No, he has a suit on.
I'm in my suit.
I'm also
You
in my
think that
suit.
you're okay in the suit.
I'm in my suit.
Yeah, I'm
If
gonna
you've
say,
not ever seen those movies, come on.
there's some sort of fungus on board. Bring a vac suit if you come aboard.
I'm gonna stay on the ship.
That translates to the bridge as everything looks fine. Come on over.
I undock.
You what?
I undock.
One spore can wipe out an entire species.
Yeah, okay, so you hit the airlock button, shut the airlock, go ahead and make a piloting check.
Jesus Christ.
I'm quarantining us.
You guys are quarantined. This is COVID 3034. Piloting check 12.
Nice. So yeah, Billy's like, fuck this, psh, and shuts the airlock and undocks the ship. You guys can hear a clunk, and
Son of a bitch.
we just started that motherfucking heck has already touched
That
us.
fucking coward.
No, I've done seen this air movie and it don't go well.
Alright.
Come, friends, there's more glory for us. And I
One
start-
time we pirated a whole bunch of these videos. There was this movie called Alien. Fuck that shit.
More glory for us, and I start walking down the hall.
Alright, well, there's a cloud of spores here. What do we have to burn this?
I was like walking over to the.
Wait a minute.
Do you need a back suit? Go back to get the back suit, and then. I guess I'm staying.
Because you don't have you have a vac suit, right?
I have a vac suit.
Okay. We need to find the controls to vent this place to get these spores out.
So
I have an axe, an assault rifle, and a shield.
Great. We need to find the controls to vent the ship.
Could have used a probe to scan the ship.
after about 4 minutes, you notice that these spores have kind of settled. But you have spores all over your combat armor.
You're starting to grow giant dicks.
Dicks.
It's like
Oh,
what's that?
Right up your
called
people.
that gun- It like gets inside the brains of ants and it zombifies them.
Oh, the zombie fungus? Literally what it's called.
The Last of Us is about that fungus if it started to affect humans.
Both of you make recon checks.
Oh shit.
10.
11.
Just gonna hold up my phone. Are
You
we
got an
still in
11,
range?
you got a 10?
10.
Okay.
Are we still in range?
Of comms.
Yeah.
Come back, cowards. We're not dead yet.
Not yet.
No. We need to analyze that before we bring the ship. Fully expose our ship.
You both
That
hear.
could be what's wrong.
So you had said that you wanted to move into the power plant.
Yep.
You can hear something on the other side of the sealed iris door.
It's a little girl crying.
You hear something moving around, like clunk, clunk, like it knocked up against the iris door.
It's either the damn flood or something.
I think it's the flood.
Alright, I'm gonna ready my pistol and I'm gonna open this door.
I'm gonna
Your
ready
pistol?
my axe.
my laser pistol.
Oh, okay.
I have an axe
Okay.
ready.
I thought you brought all your guns. So.
I did.
Okay.
I brought all.
So you come over to the so the doors are irises. They're round and standard doors on ships.
Can I get the book on the telekinesis things, or that?
Yeah.
They're sphincters. Sphincter doors.
Oh, those are fun. Is it the flood? Or
Also,
are you
those-
playing against?
Can you pass me those red vines?
I could.
Yeah.
Billy?
There's no reason to stop you. They'll kill me.
They'll kill you.
They will.
So you you go over to this door, and the door is locked.
I have an armor-piercing, vibrating axe.
Or you just leave the thing of death alone.
I have an electronics 0.
You could try to hack it.
I'm gonna try to hack it.
I
Okay.
have my own way of hacking.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get my chain drive axe.
I was gonna say.
Oh, no.
You gonna put a meat suit
Do I
on
get
the
to
ship?
add anything?
Intellect or education, your choice.
Oh, great. I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah. So in your attempt to hack this door, so the difficulty on this is a 10 plus. You determine that the door has been rerouted and is controlled at the bridge.
We need to go to the bridge.
Alright. You don't want me to cut the door down?
No, we need to go to the bridge.
So
She did not
Fuck
read
you.
it.
So to get there, you would have to go into the missile bay and use the gantry to
Sure, fine, what you
get
did
to
that.
the main body of the ship.
I guess we gotta do it.
Okay. So you move into the missile bay area, or rather, I'm sorry, shuttle access. And you come in, and when you open the iris door, you can see in the dark something human-sized moving around.
Towards us?
As soon as the door opens, it turns and starts to come towards you.
Does my ground shield light up the area enough so we see what it is?
I'm guessing my suit has a light on it.
Probably. So yeah, you flick on your light and you see this shambling mass
Really?
that's vaguely humanoid shaped of just fungal growth, and it's like moving towards you.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Alright, well, I'm gonna tell the thing to stop. Stop moving right now.
Before I can finish that sentence, I'm swinging my axe.
Why are you swinging your axe?
Because it's obviously moving towards us to kill.
All right.
It's slow, isn't it? Is it slow or fast?
Um,
It's far enough away where.
Alright, I'll
it moves half the so. All right. So before we start, I need to tell you what you can do in a turn. So this is very much like D&D. In a turn, you can perform a significant action and one minor action. Movement is a minor action. So unlike D&D, movement would be part of your bonus action, for instance. Or you can perform 3 minor actions. So a significant action would be shooting your gun, is a great example. A minor action would be movement, trying to spot a location to like a sniper perch, operating door controls. The alternative to a significant action or a minor action is you can perform 3 minor actions. So you could move, make a first aid check on somebody, and then take cover, for example. The other thing is you can perform as many reactions as you want. The downside is that on your next turn, the number of reactions that you took applies as a minus to whatever significant or minor action you're going to perform the next turn. So let's say that you dive for cover because somebody shot at you as a reaction. you dodge, and then you dodge like a grenade or something like that. When it comes around and it's your turn to shoot, you're now to -2 to your attack. When you move, you can move 6 meters per minor action. So with a, if you decide to take 3 minor actions, you could technically move 18 meters, which is actually hauling ass. This guy is moving at about half of what you guys can move at. So it looks he's only moving at 3 meters. All right, everybody roll initiative.
Everybody, or just the 2 people that are actually on the ship?
Go ahead and everybody roll initiative, and we will come back and see what you guys want to do. Because you're going to be hearing all of this over the comms.
It's 2d6.
Yep, 2d6, and you can add either your dexterity or your intellect. It is advantageous to be quick of mind as it is of reflexes.
Hey.
I got +0 to both of
So
us.
let's see here. Hannibal got a 6.
1-1.
What did Rexar
To
get?
clarify.
Oh, okay.
7.
We're gonna read that.
Billy, what'd you get?
9.
Nice. What the fuck is that thing?
And
Immediately autopilot.
Bakasura, what'd you get?
11.
We've hacked
Holy
into
shit.
We've hacked into their like security system, so we're why we're just sitting there.
Yeah, just
They're
watching.
about to fucking die.
You just see it. Nope. Nuking the ship.
It's the only way to be sure. So, Bakasura, you can hear over the comms, you hear Hannibal yell out, "Stop moving, halt." And then you hear, "Oh shit." Is there anything that you would like to do?
Fuck me.
So can I kill it now?
Laser pistol.
Yeah, you can hear click beer as this thing winds up.
Along with thunder cracking from an axe.
Yeah.
He goes, oh shit. I'm like, can I kill it now? I'm killing it now.
Bakasura.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I can do to help them.
Ah.
You're
Yeah,
mind bullets.
You're a mindfuck.
I'm a mind fuck.
With mind bullets. I mean, if you can kill a yak.
Also, I can kill you with my brain.
So what has more range, distant or long?
Let's see here.
Distant or long?
Distant would probably be the further of them.
Let me see. I'm trying to find my range bands
I'm
here.
thinking short, long, distant.
Distant is further.
Okay, and then very distant is even further.
Right.
She isn't getting much mass. She's just getting longer.
Yeah, right. I know.
Jesus. Little gremlin.
She's a quick one.
Oh wait, no. I've learned from Kurt. Don't attack my ass, please.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on with that.
Short.
Go get him. Go get your dad.
Oh, that just puts me to sleep. That's not gonna help.
My cat. We just moved, and he has just been hiding under my blankets in my bed. Like he'll notice like a small little opening, and he'll
I can
just
heal.
nudge his way in.
I could teleport to you guys.
Yeah, you could do that. Probably want to put on a vac suit first.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that though.
Teleport to him. My ship is mine.
And my claim to the ship just went up.
Here's a
100%.
question. Have you told them that you're a psionic?
No.
Oh, so that'd be a great mindfuck. Just teleport right next to him. What the fuck's going on in here?
Oh,
He's just
Jesus!
Sitting right next to Billy. Billy's like, what the fuck?
Rexar's instincts kick in, and he immediately swings his axe. That's the teleporter was.
Okay, so that allows me to see, okay, tactical awareness. Perceive dangers and foes around him using What do I have to do to get my psionic ability back besides drugs?
Rest.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm going to use tactical awareness. I have long reach on that. Will that make it from where we are?
What are you looking for?
I have long reach for tactical awareness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So long, if you're talking about spacecraft range bands, is up to 25,000 kilometers.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
What the fuck is distance?
Distant would be 50,000, more than 50,000 kilometers.
Excellent. So okay, so tactical awareness gives me the ability to see dangers and foes around him using clairvoyant abilities. So I'm looking through their cameras. Right? Do you guys have cameras? I'm assuming a lot right now.
I would assume, yeah, that their suits would be equipped with some kind of video camera.
Okay.
So you're seeing what they're seeing.
Right. So that basically, I'm using this to be like to determine whether that is a foe or
Billy's just like, I fucking knew it.
friend or foe.
Right. Yeah, you're seeing
As I'm
this
pulling from my bottle.
humanoid-shaped mass of
Damn.
spongy fungus moving towards them.
Yeah. So
Son of a bitch.
with my tactical awareness, is it registering that it's friendly or?
It is. Let me see. Let me read tactical awareness.
That's 2 points.
Red Rising for me is pretty good.
I'm gonna use.
You should have.
I should have brought a spin down. Like D8. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are detecting that it is definitely a foe, but you are also detecting that there is a fourth person in that area, in the shuttle access area, that is hidden, and he's not a foe.
Oh, it's the sheet? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm gonna tell him there's the thing in front of you. That's bad. That's very bad. Go ahead and kill it. There's also there is friendly in there. Fuck. One friendly. So kill that, and then search for rescue.
Okay, Billy, what would you like to do, if anything?
Jump,
Are you just
jump,
going to maintain
jump, jump.
position?
Yeah, no, I think you got it right.
Our driver is drinking.
Yeah, Billy's got a beer open while he's at the
You're all
console.
down. That is an enemy. And you need to fight it. Shh! What the fuck?
Now's not the time for that, Billy.
What the fuck?
I just look over and you have one of those hats on.
So you just say over and over, I fucking knew it.
I'm
So
putting the straw into the
there is a
second hammer.
restaurant chain in spaceports called Generic Steakhouse and Bar, and it is everything. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just middle of the road. It's kind of like Applebee's. Every generic that you go into, they always look the same, so you know exactly what you're going to get. And when you order beer from them, it comes in a white can with black letters on it. Just says generic. That's probably what you're drinking.
Generic.
My room is just full of them.
Yeah,
The bed is just
a pile of empty
beer.
cans.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold tight.
Okay, you hold position.
Shoot, what page was that on? I accidentally closed the book thinking, hey, you know what?
173.
Was it really?
I have no idea. No.
Wrong. What your guess is?
From out behind some of the shuttle pods and whatnot that are in there,
200.
you see a man with white hair. He comes out and he has got a very small, it almost looks like a submachine gun. It is actually a snub carbine. Snub guns are handy on ships because they are slug weapons, but they also have the 0G trait.
Ooh.
The snub carbine also has auto 3, and he sets it to 3-shot burst and takes a shot at the shambler.
Well, it was a hole on the
Shambler.
It is called a shambler. Let's see here.
It
hits us and breaches our suits, we are fucked now.
This
He's
was-
fucked, and now all those spores are.
Well, he
this was my
hits
other
the
mind
Shambler
I was gonna do.
with a 10. And the thing about Shamblers,
The only way somebody else has to wake me up. I'll be asleep for 7 days.
These boots from your ship.
I go like, Cap, what do you want?
Why did you dream I was fighting with Batman? What's
Start
up?
trying to throw beer nuts into your mouth.
That's how I wake up. When you finally land an attack roll.
okay, so what would he opens up and goes with a 3-shot burst, and what would have done 11 points of damage to the Shambler actually only does 5. And you just see the parts of this mold or fungus come flying off. The Shambler is going to use he's going to move. He's going to use 3 minor actions and move 9 meters coming towards Hannibal.
You get spores on you.
Rexar, it is now like 6 meters away from you. What would you like to do?
Summon
Say,
Mishra.
I'm up to Rexar.
So you could
Holding up
move
these-
with a minor action and attack with a significant action.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Okay. So do I just roll 2d6, add strength?
So what are you swinging?
My
The-
reaver,
the-
static reaver.
Okay, so it would be your melee.
Okay.
I believe melee blade. Hold on a second. Let me double check. That is a good question. I'm sorry, static reaver, is that a Asline weapon?
We talked about this. It's a static axe that looks like a reaver.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, static axe.
Because they do the same damage.
Static maul.
This is how his character thinks.
This character.
Here, static axe.
Can I see?
So yeah, it would be melee blade.
Okay.
Which TL is it?
4.
No, it'd be higher than that. We'll say it's TL 11. It should do 46 damage.
Oh.
And it has AP 6 and the Smasher trait. I don't know what Smasher does. Let's see.
God damn it, show me.
Can I see the core rulebook?
Oh, yeah.
Find out what Smasher does. I used to know all this stuff.
Looks at each other, just cracking their mouth.
Interesting. It's not in there. Hold on a second. Here you go.
Yay.
It must be in here. Let's see here. Under new traits, new rules, page 7. Oh, there we go.
Fucking Misha.
Smasher. The weapon is particularly heavy and carries a great deal of momentum when it's slung. A traveler attacked by a smasher weapon may not attempt to parry it. That's what that means. So what'd you get on your roll?
That would be an 8.
That is. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8d6. I'm 46.
4d6, yes.
5. 11.
The end is. Yeah.
14. 19.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So he takes 10
It's got a mouse.
from the damage. Oh, is she running around with Mouser?
Yeah.
Yeah, she really likes to do that.
Is it still standing after that?
He is still standing.
God, you're so weak.
I'm going
Hannibal.
to skin you now.
He just lights into this thing with his axe, and it's still standing.
Oh, there's a big chunk missing.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot him with the laser pistol.
Go for it.
So. that's
Gun combat.
2d6, right?
Plus your dex modifier.
Okay. Wait, gun combat. Okay. Okay, so gun combat plus dex. That's plus 3. 10.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. So, and you get, because you are over, let's see, you had to get an 8 to hit him, you get to add 2 to your damage.
Jeez. Because it's.
Plus 2 to your damage. It's the effect of your success.
Okay, so it's gonna be plus 5 at the end of it. So 5,
Spazzing
10,
out.
Oh, yeah.
15, 19.
19?
19.
So, the thing that you two immediately notice is that his laser pistol does full damage to it. And you hit it with with your pistol, and it goes down completely. It's dead.
Yeah, fuck you. I spit on it.
Then the spores.
Well, you're wearing a helmet, so.
Okay.
There's a big loogie on the inside.
Just slowly dripping down the.
You just hear the cops. Did you just spit in your helmet?
No.
Did you just spit in your helmet? Is that some sort of tradition amongst your military?
Wait, aren't you a dog person?
Yeah.
He starts looking it up.
Licking the window. This guy with the snub carbine comes out and says, "Come with me. I can show you. I can show you a safe place, and we can chat."
Why don't we chat right here?
Probably because it's not safe. You just hear that over.
You notice this guy is.
Shut up, coward.
At first, you thought he was human, but now
I
that
was
he
on
gets
my way.
closer to you, you realize that he's a Darian. Darians are a minor offshoot of humanity, and they are most noted for that they, in their sector of space, they are most noted for they had I don't know if it was a war or what they were trying to do, but they accidentally caused their own star to go supernova.
Oops.
Yeah. So that kind of fucked him up.
So they did all the science.
So,
And he...
alright, so where does he want to take us to? I'll just ask him. Where are we going?
The gay bar.
He looks like this guy.
My telephone.
He says, I have a small area that I've made safe from these shamblers.
How many more of you are there?
He says, there are crew all over the ship. And he leads you to this small air duct that he opens, that is kind of hidden behind some crates. And he opens up this air duct, and it's tall enough that you can get in by just hunching over. And you come in, and he's set up a small area where he can get some rest and things like that. He says, he tells you,
The mushrooms, they make you big.
he says, We haven't seen any outsiders in some time. My name is Trenance. He says, why have you... Are you here as a rescue mission? What's going on?
I'm here as a rescue to save your sorry ass.
I thought
You're
we were,
supposed to be the best of the best, and here I am.
I thought we were just
Now-
here for the ship.
Do you have communications with the rest of the crew that's still alive?
He says, well, strange thing about that. So, he tells you.
He's been hello. Lost his mind.
It's only been a few weeks.
We're talking about just like a year since the ship went missing.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
He says, Deepnight Endeavor's mission went more or less according to plan at first. Several anomalies and deep space objects were visited either by the ship herself or one of her subordinate craft, and data was sent home by courier. It was not until the mission entered its final phase that anything untoward happened. While investigating a distinctly mundane, if large, interstellar comet, Endeavour detected a number of other objects within reach of her jump-capable subordinate craft and dispatched these vessels to visit them. The vessel assigned to this particular object was a scout ship, which went out with a 4-person crew in accordance with standard practice. Jumping to the location of the object, the scout ship found the object was a much larger ship, which appeared to be a derelict of some kind, and it looks like it was of droid origin. So the droid are an alien race, considered a minor alien race. Nobody can figure out what their fucking deal is. So eons and eons and eons ago, probably to the tune of like 300, 400,000 years ago, there was an alien race called that was just simply known as the Ancients. They came and grabbed humans off of Earth and took them, and they put them on a planet called Vland, which they ended up becoming the Volani Empire. They took some humans and put them in the Jodani consulate, and they were fostered to have psionics. The Vargur were created by uplifting canine wolf stock. And to this day, to everybody's knowledge, the Vargur are the only species that was uplifted in that manner. The Vargur, for one reason or another, take that to be, they have a lot of pride in that.
Who's a good one?
The Ancients, it is suspected that they had some final cataclysmic war and killed each other out, just killed off their entire race, or they left, and who knows where they went. But people still find ruins on various planets. They find technology that they can't figure out what it does. Most of it's broken because it's so old. But we're talking about a species, the Ancients as a species were technologically powerful enough they could move stars and planets. Pretty much nothing was beyond their ability. It has been noted that the droid physically resemble the Ancients, and droid look like short little reptilian folk with large bat wings. Some droid that are encountered are primitive. They're no higher in tech level than Stone Age, maybe Bronze Age. Other droid have their own ships. So he's telling you that this scout ship went out and they found this vessel of droid origin. And he says the vessel was very old. The crew estimated tens of thousands of years and had decayed to the point where its structure was beginning to disintegrate. 2 members of the crew entered the wreck, salvaging artifacts for later analysis, Over a period of a few days, the scout ship crew made repeated forays into the wreck, finally encountering the remains of what we will call the Entity Central Cluster. They took samples and returned to their vessel, puzzled. During the preliminary analysis they recovered of the recovered material, the ship's crew became infected. Infection progressed very quickly as they had been exposed to the central tissue of the Entity. Within days, they were dead, and the others rapidly degenerating into these shamblers. When the scout did not return, a second ship was sent to investigate. This too was standard practice, and standing orders were to return quickly from a mission that discovered nothing of interest and remain on station to gather data, if the location seemed promising. Since non-return might be due to a problem or a discovery, the second ship would be dispatched. This avoided wasted time spent returning to the post to find and then assemble a team to go back. The second crew had no idea what had befallen the first, but when their communications were not answered, they quickly realized something was wrong. Finding their sister vessel dead in space, the second crew boarded her and were attacked by shamblers. They made a brave attempt to search the scout ship for survivors, not initially realizing that the shamblers were their former comrades. They retreated back to their ship. The rescue crew jumped back to the Endeavour, unaware that one of their number had already been infected. By the time they arrived at the parent ship, all 4 members of the rescue crew were showing symptoms. The surviving scout ship was recovered and her crew sent to Deepnight Endeavour's medical facility, sealing the fate of this entire vessel and her crew. However, it was not immediately apparent what had happened. Precautions were taken, but the crew simply did not know what they were dealing with, and the infection inevitably occurred as a result of the rescue crew's contact with the shamblers. Progress of the infection was much slower this time, manifesting at first as what appeared to be a viral outbreak, not unlike influenza. Endeavour stayed on station long enough for her other jump-capable craft to return, and the scientists aboard discussed whether they could find a cure and thus allow the mission to continue. As ever, more crew members began showing signs of illness. The captain reluctantly decided to head for home. En route, Endeavour suffered a serious misjump. This was no navigational error, but a deliberate misplot by the astrogator. Infection was progressing slowly, but the astrogator realized what was happening to her and made the decision to quarantine the ship in the most dramatic manner possible. She mistimed and misjumped Endeavour, and the astrogator was severely ill, and once navigational readings had been established, a misjump had occurred, and the assumption was that it had been an accident, but we know differently. With the ship in deep space rather than at a refueling point, it was obvious that Endeavour could not reach her fuel caches with remaining reserves. However, the captain was an old Navy man, and he knew of a hidden deep space refueling point within reach. By discarding her fuel shuttles as they became empty, Deepnight Endeavour extended her jump range and managed to crawl towards the cache. Several fraught weeks passed, during which more of the crew became infected, despite the best that the science and medical personnel aboard could do. By the time Endeavour reached the cache, something was growing in one of the science pods, and the crew were fighting shamblers for control of Ops Mod, and factions had emerged among the survivors, centering on the captain, mission officer, and chief engineer. The captain was obsessed with bringing his ship home or to any inhabited world where help might be available. The mission officer was infected at this time and shared the captain's desire to get the ship to an inhabited world. The chief engineer mistrusted the captain and led a mutiny, intending to use the ship's craft to evacuate her supporters. A pitched battle took place as Endeavour approached the fuel cache, fueled by fear and paranoia. Factions had started to argue with one another on how to go about the agreed necessary task, now battled for control for the ship's key functions with snub pistols and wrenches from the tool lockers. In the middle of the chaos, the gunnery officer, calmly and in complete control of her faculties, turned the ship's weapons on the fuel cache. She had realized the ship carried much more something deadly than could be allowed to reach an inhabited system, and quietly committed suicide to prevent it. Return fire from the automated defenses severely damaged Endeavour, and soon afterward a party of mutineers seized some of the subordinate craft. As they attempted to launch, Endeavour fired upon them, resulting in a collision and fuel explosion that wrecked the flight operations pod. Endeavour still had fuel to run her power plant, but could not jump. almost within reach of an inhabited world. She is now dead in space, and the survivors have entrenched themselves in different parts of the ship. So that brings you up to speed as to what has happened to Endeavour. He tells you
You're welcome.
Nice.
that the captain and his faction control the bridge. Now, are you going to say, well, you need fuel? I mean, you know.
I mean, I probably.
Right now, yeah, we
Don't
need
worry,
fuel.
Joe.
We were sent
I should
out
just point out one
to
thing.
investigate what the distress signal was, and here we are.
So, he tells you that the distress signal did come from Endeavour. The captain is still under the impression that he wants to get his ship home. It should be clear to you that that's not a good idea. If this gets onto an inhabited planet, I mean, yeah.
One spore can wipe out an entire species.
So Tridence tells you, Endeavour does indeed have fuel, has enough fuel, more than enough to fill your ship and your bladder in the cargo bay. The problem with that is that all of that fueling is controlled at the bridge, and the captain and his faction have locked themselves in the bridge and do not allow anybody to even come close, because they're at war with the other two factions.
Great.
There is somewhat of a third faction. There are survivors in the.
You just slowly tell everybody on the ship to commit suicide.
In the drive operate or in the
Continue more tomorrow.
Just
so there are some here in the right PSM. These survivors aren't a part of any faction, and Trinance has kind of, he can broker deals between the different factions. He's not assigned to any single one of them, but he can talk to them and relay information back and forth.
Great. So let's go talk to him.
we are talking.
Yeah, you are talking to
Oh, we are
Trinance.
talking to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. What? Then where are we?
Right now you are in
Room 20.
No, you are in 16, the staterooms.
Okay, that's where we're at. So,
We want to get our master psionic first.
we need to go tell.
You don't know I'm psionic.
We need to go tell the captain that help is here.
And I'm not the captain.
No, the captain of this.
Of the Endeavour.
Pretty sure that's us.
No, the Endeavoor.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's us.
We're still taking this. Is there a faction of people that you guys that we're at war with that we want to just get rid
Talk
of?
to the people. Kind of don't trust the captain. What about that group of survivors that isn't a part
So-
of any faction?
He tells you the factions. He gives you a little rundown of who's who and what. So the Bridge faction is run by Captain Miklios Zenkirli and his master at arms, Reese Arbon. The Engineering faction, Bridge faction, of course, they control the bridge. The Engineering faction controls the engineering section of the vessel, and they are led by Chief Engineer Doc Moralder. Doc is a female Vargur.
Didn't they say that she was already infected?
I thought she committed suicide.
No, she's not. Then there is Mission Ops faction, who is led by the mission officer Jarla Klein. And then everybody in the right ops pod, or right PSM pod that are not a part of factions, they're just known as the Starboard Siders. But throughout the ship there are various other survivors He says that the gunnery, the gunnery weapons officer, who just goes by Guns, her real name is Andrea Ricardson. She isn't friends with any of the factions because she's the one who fired on the fuel cache, thus basically causing the entire ship to commit suicide.
She's the one with the most level head.
Yeah, right?
What do each
Also-
factions believe in?
We could use somebody who's willing to fire guns. I'm gonna die. Can't
Why are they warring? Do they each believe in a separate thing, or?
Yeah, basically, they all believe in different ways of going about it. So the captain on the bridge faction, obviously, they want to not only rescue Endeavour, but they want to get her back to an inhabited system.
We're not doing that.
No.
The engineering faction has a more pragmatic outlook. They only want to get their followers off the ship. And the mission faction, they've taken control of the forward science pod and destroyed most of the connecting shafts, so it's very difficult to get to them. Let's see here.
Are there any that are aboard that are still or that are sick?
Well, yeah, they think there's more getting infected every day. But the mission faction wants to, they want to get to an inhabited planet as well. But the mission faction insists that they've come up with a cure.
I think I have a plan.
Okay.
Everybody who's healthy, we tell them that there is a cure. Or we tell everybody there's a cure. Everybody who's healthy, move them to one side. Everybody who is not, that needs to be cured of this, goes to, whatever bay.
So Chenance tells you that initially
Is there a way to scan them to find out if they're infected or not?
Oh, I was just going to straight up, the cure is going to be to vent the room that they're in.
Well, right, but let's actually vent the ones that are.
So he tells
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
He
asking.
tells you
Way to
that.
scan them.
Gotcha.
So initially these.
I understand where you're going with this. I'm on
See.
board. I just.
So he tells you that the medical bays here. Just 30 statements. So he tells you that the medical bays, 33. Initially, when they first had infection, they had brought one of the infected crewmates from the second scout ship, and they had done some analysis on them in the medical bay. He's not sure what has gone on. Nobody's been to the medical bay yet, but
Jesse. Fucking weirdo.
Really setting the mood, and then just bam, cat.
he says he's not sure what the state of the medical bay currently is, but he knows that they had some early successes, not necessarily in finding a cure, but they can at least slow the progression and help the immune system to fight it.
Isn't a cure.
That's not a cure, that's just a delay.
Cassie!
But I'm not going to say that out loud.
I was saying that over comms.
That
It's
would be
private.
allowed then.
No.
Anybody within earshot of you can hear it.
Yeah, if you're talking in comms. So, I'm thinking to myself.
It's true.
Unfortunately,
Can't turn on the
they're
private
gonna
jet. Have a
have to
sealed
die.
suit.
So,
I still
Alright.
think your sound waves will still echo through your suit.
So, I'm just going to tell him, get everybody who, we have to figure this out. Who's contaminated and who isn't.
So-
Also, how do I get rid of these spores on this?
I was just going to say, so he has a method of getting the spores off.
I also have a method of getting this worked off.
He has a decontamination unit. available that he's set up, and basically scrubs both of you to make sure that there's no spores on you.
Is it a chem bath or is it a incineration style?
It would be Ken Bath, because incineration is not going to do. It's not going to be healthy for the people inside the station, and you can't really take them off without getting infected. So.
Or you can just cook the person inside.
Yeah, or you can just cook the
I
person
mean,
inside.
you can get the outside of the suit hot enough where the person on the inside will be uncomfortable and sweaty, but not dead.
Yeah, the chemical's fine.
We should
too,
talk to
in this
the lady
case.
who fired
He
him.
was like,
Yeah, it's basically a chem shower.
Fuel cap.
Well, yeah, we could talk to that lady, but first of all, we need to separate. We need to divide them.
Wait,
First.
wait, wait. If you're covered in spores and he helped you kill that other thing, is he exposed now?
We don't know yet. We haven't discussed a way to test everything.
No,
It would be difficult to.
So it sounds like what you're looking for is that you want to find the mission ops group and see if they know of a way to scan for the spores.
Yeah.
That and we also want the gunny girl.
And you want to find guns.
The gunny.
Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah, that's her nickname, Guns.
Guns. I was like, well, I mean, we have. Well, I guess I don't have guns, but everybody else has guns.
Let's take a short break, and we will come back.
All right. Y'all
Oh, yeah.
stop the stream while we're on break.
Yeah, I can do that. We will take a short break.
It's a good thing I didn't step off. I can do a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what you can do. I haven't read.
I can be like.